So this is basic principles in chemistry, stoichiometry 1, lecture number 4. Let us see. In this lecture, we have the first point is molar mass. So what is actually the meaning of molar mass is 1 mole of a substance mass is called as molar mass. So substance mass, if it is equal to gram molecular mass, that time we will call this molar mass as gram molecular mass or gram atomic mass. Suppose if you have an example like this SF6 is there, SF6. If you want to calculate the molar mass of the compound SF6, you have to add that means summation of the atomic masses, total number of atomic masses. Sulfur atomic mass 1 into atomic mass of sulfur, plus 6 into atomic mass of fluorine. Then we will get the molar mass of the S sub 6. So what is the atomic mass of sulfur? 32. That is 6 into atomic mass of 1 fluorine is 19. So 32 plus this is how much? This is how much? It's nothing but 4, and this is 6 9 54, 6 1 6 plus 5 is 11. So 32 plus 114 is how much? 6 146. So atomic mass unit of sulfur hexafluoride is 146. Okay. Like the same, second problem we will see. What is the second problem here? Is they are given propanoic acid, that is CH3 CH2COOH. In this, what is the molar mass of the substance we have to calculate? So 3 into atomic mass of carbon is 12, plus there are 6 hydrogens are there. Hydrogen's atomic mass is 1, and oxygen atomic mass is 16. 2 oxygens are there, that is 2 into 16. So what is the total molar mass of the substance is here? This is 36 plus 6 plus 32. So this is 38 plus 36. 74 is the answer for this second one. Okay. Let us go to the third example we have. Third example is copper sulfate. Copper sulfate CuSO4. In this, one copper atomic mass is 63.5 standard value, plus sulfur is 32, plus 4 into 1 oxygen is 16. So 63.5 plus 32 will come 95.5 plus 64. It will come exactly 159.5 is the atomic molar mass of copper sulfate. Is the molar mass of copper sulfate. Like the same, we can do the next one. The magnesium phosphate. Our next formula is Mg3PO4 twice. As we know, one magnesium atomic mass is 24, plus 2 into 1 phosphorus is 31.1, plus 4 into 16 oxygens. 16 is the oxygen atomic number, will become 64. So that is equals to how much? This is 2. This is 72 plus 2 into this value is 95. So 72 plus 95 2 times is 190. So 72 plus 190 is 262 is the answer for magnesium phosphate in this fourth formula. So this is the way of calculating the molar mass of the substance which is given to us in a problem. So after seeing this problem, you can understand that how can we calculate the molar mass of the compounds. Let us see the next one. We have a relation between mass and number of moles. Relation between mass and the number of moles. So what is the relation between mass and number of moles? Is number of moles is equals to mass of compound given by gram molecular mass or gram atomic mass, which is known to us. If we know this gram molecular mass and mass of the compound, you can find number of moles. Or else we can have one more thing is that is mass of compound. If you know molar mass of the compound, if you know, then you can calculate. So gram molecular mass is nothing but molar mass. That's why the second equation also given, which is alternative for the first one. Let us see a problem on this one, that is calculate the number of moles of 7.85 grams of iron. 7.85 grams of iron, which is the atomic mass of iron given is 56. So how to find the number of moles of iron? Number of moles of iron is equals to what is the mass of iron actually given in the problem. In the problem, what is the mass of iron given? Mass of iron given divided by atomic mass given is 56. So 7.85 grams by 56. If you go for the calculation part, you will get 0.140 is the answer. So this is the way of doing calculation of number of moles of a substance mass given to us as well as atomic mass given to us. Coming to the another example, we have example number 3. What is the mass of 3.5 moles of CO2? So you know the mass of the substance we can calculate. So how can we calculate mass of the substance? From this formula is nothing but mass of the substance is equals to number of moles of the substance into the molar mass of the substance in the molar mass of the substance. So on seeing this formula, you can understand that we have to multiply the number of moles given in the problem 3.5 with molar mass of CO2. Carbon dioxide molar mass is 44, as one carbon is 12 and one oxygen is 16. 12 plus 2 into 16 is 44. Okay. Then after a multiplication, its value will get 154 grams. So 154 grams is equals to 3.5 moles of CO2. Okay. Let us see the next one, relation between number of particles and number of moles. Suppose if they are given number of molecules or atoms, we have to multiply the given number of moles and atoms with the Avogadro number to get the number of moles. Okay. See a problem here. Calculate the number of moles which contains 12 in 10 to the power of 22 of helium. So how to find number of moles of helium here is nothing but 12 into 10 to the power of 22 divided by, you have to take Avogadro number 6 into 10 to the power of 23 approximation. Then you will get 2 into 10 to the power of minus 1. 2 into 10 to the power of minus 1 is nothing but 0.2 moles. So 0.2 moles is the answer for this problem number 4. In this, what we have calculated is number of moles of a substance containing 12 into 10 to the power of 22 atoms. Okay, let us move on to the next one. We have a problem is there in this. Calculate the number of moles of 3.01 in 10 to the power 22 molecules of CO2. So what is the number of moles formula? Number of moles is equals to number of particles given is 3.01 into 10 to the power of 22 divided by the given 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 is the Avogadro number. If you take it approximately, then approximate answer is 1 by 2 into 10 to the power of minus 1 will come. So it is 1 by 20. As you know, 0.5 into 10 power minus 1 is 0.05 is the number of moles of carbon dioxide obtained in this problem. So how to find the number of moles of a substance when the particle number is given to us? Number of particles by Avogadro number. So after simplification, we got the number of moles of carbon dioxide as 0.05 moles. Let us move to the next problem. So in this, they are asking the number of atoms of each type present in 3 moles of calcium phosphate. So that means not only 1 mole, we have to give the number of each atom particle number in 3 moles of calcium phosphate. So we want to know this one means first we have to know in 1 mole of calcium phosphate contains how many atoms of calcium, how many atoms of phosphorus, how many atoms of oxygen. That is Ca3PO4 twice is there. Suppose if you observe this 1 mole of calcium phosphate, in this we have 3 into Avogadro number of calcium atoms is there. And another thing is there, that is phosphorus, nothing but 2 are there number in the formula. So 2 into Avogadro number of phosphorus atoms are present in this one. Oxygen number is 8 is there. So 8 into Avogadro number of oxygen atoms are present in 1 mole of calcium phosphate. It indicates that when you take 3 moles of calcium phosphate, then what is the exact number of calcium atoms present in that one? So it is 3 into 3 into Avogadro number of atoms. So its answer is 9 into Avogadro number of atoms of calcium is present in the given 3 moles of calcium phosphate. And moving on to the second one, if you see the phosphorus atoms calculation, in this 3 into 2 into Avogadro number of phosphorus atoms, total will become 6 into Avogadro number of phosphorus atoms are present in 3 moles of calcium phosphate. Moving on to the oxygen atom calculation case, here oxygen in 1 mole we have 8 into Avogadro number is there, that will be multiplied with 3, 3 into 8 is 24. So 24 into Avogadro number of oxygen atoms are present in the 3 moles of calcium phosphate. So in this way, we can calculate the number of particles, particularly atoms in each type which is present in 3 moles of calcium phosphate. Moving on to the next one. We have one more problem is there. Calculate the number of atoms of each type present in 9.4 grams of potash alum. So they have given potash alum formula also to us. Particularly we have to note down what is the potassium atomic mass and aluminum atomic mass and sulfur oxygen separately. One potassium is 39.1. You can approximately take 39. And aluminum atomic mass is 27. Sulfur is 32. And oxygen is 16. And hydrogen we have, that is 1. We know. So using these values, first we have to calculate this molar mass of it. So what is the molar mass of this alum? Molar mass of alum, that is equals to 2 into 1 potassium is 39 plus sulfur. How many sulfurs are there? Here in the aluminum sulfate case we have 3, potassium sulfate 1. So 4 into 32 plus here oxygen in aluminum sulfate we have 12 and potassium sulfate we have 4. So 12 plus 4 is 16 plus 24, total 40 are there. 40 into atomic mass of oxygen is 16 plus 2 into aluminum atomic mass is 27 plus 24 into 2 is 48 into 1, that is hydrogens case. So after doing the simplification, we will get 948 grams per mole is the molar mass of alum. So 948 grams of alum came in the calculation, means now we can easily calculate the number of particles of each type of potassium. Okay. So what is the thing is, first you have to calculate the number of moles of alum, that is equals to 9.48 by 948, that will become 0.01 is the number of moles. So when you are telling about aluminum case, aluminum is 2 into Avogadro number into this 0.01 will be answer, that is 0.02 into Avogadro number of aluminum atoms are present. So means that is 1.2 into 10 to the power of 22 will come. Or else we can do one more type of calculation, that is nothing but Avogadro number take approximately 6 into 0.02 into 10 to the power of 23. So 0.02 means 2 by 100. So that will become 12 into 10 to the power of 21 atoms aluminum are there. Similarly, we can say potassium atoms also the same number is there. And coming to sulfur case, we have sulfur 4 are there. So 4 into Avogadro number into 10 to the power of 23. Avogadro number into this value 0.01. So what is the value is nothing but we will say it is 10 power 21. It is 6 into 4 is 24 into 10 to the power of 21 atoms of sulfur are present in the 9.4 grams of this alum. In the same way, we can calculate aluminum, oxygen also we can calculate. Total we have oxygen, 40 oxygens are there. So that 40 oxygens can be easily noticed by using this calculation. That is, now I will show it to you. That is 40 into oxygen number you are calculating. 40 into Avogadro number into 0.01 is the number of moles of alum. Then 40 into 0.01 into 6 into 10 to the power of 23 is the simplification. In that, if you say this is the 4 into this value 10 power minus 2 into 10 is 10 power minus 1. So 4 into 6 into 10 to the power of 22. So your answer is 24 into 10 to the power of 22 atoms of oxygen is present. Or else we can write 2.4 into 10 to the power of 23 also. So we calculated potassium, aluminum, sulfur, oxygen. Now see what is the case of hydrogen. How can we calculate the hydrogens in this alum? So hydrogen total number is 48 is there. So 48 into Avogadro number is 6 into 10 to the power of 23 into number of moles of alum calculated we got is 0.01. Then we can say it is 48 into 6 into 10 to the power of 21. So after simplification you can calculate it directly. That is 6 8 jar 48. 6 4s are 20, 4 plus 4 20, 288. So 288 into 10 to the power of 21, or else you can write it is 2.88 into 10 to the power of 23 also. So in this way you can calculate the number of particular atoms in the given substance using its mass according to mole concept. So mole can be converted into mass, mole can be converted into number of atoms, mole can be converted into number of molecules as per this discussion. Okay, so this is our class on this calculation number of moles, mass, number of moles, particles.